What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in to A Connection TV. Subscribe, baby. Also, check out my two new channels, A Connection TV 2 and ACTV Games. When you go through those channels, subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in to A Connection TV, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections to spot our differences. What I need you to do for me real quick is subscribe. If you aren't already subscribed, if this is your first time seeing this video, for whatever reason you clicked on it, subscribe and click that thumbs up button. Click it right now, goddammit. Click it right now. Got it right now. Click that thumbs up button. It helps the video circulate a little bit more, you know. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, Episode 19. God dang it all to hell. Yeah, that's a lot of damn episodes, y'all. Side dishes and side pieces, shade. Now, whoever be naming these damn episodes are awfully shady, but we like it. I mean, that's why we still watch. Real women that live in Atlanta and in Housewives. Yes. So, first topic of discussion is the OLG, Old Lady Gang. Now, we all know that it's open. We all know that they're doing awfully well. And I say awfully just to be stupid. They're doing well, and it's a beautiful thing. I love when people upgrade themselves, upgrade in life, get their own businesses, but are entrepreneurs and are doing well. And to have Old Lady Gang go through the whole process of getting ready, getting the license, and oh, when it's gonna open, da. Even me walking past the OLG sign like, damn, when y'all open? I want some soul food. It is nice to, after all these years, no, I'm just playing, not years, but you know, after all this time, it's open. I'm going this week. I know I keep saying I'm going to the damn restaurant. I'm going this week. And you know, Kandi and Todd have been posting numerous videos and stuff on Instagram and stuff like that with them at the restaurant. So hopefully when I go, they will be there. Hopefully I get to meet them. We will see. I don't know. But I hear nothing but great things about the restaurant. Looking at the restaurant looks gorgeous. It looks great. You know, I still want to feel the size of it and how big it is for myself because, you know, videos and pictures oftentimes make things bigger than what they usually are. Shout out to a couple of people. Y'all know who y'all are. I saw y'all in those Kandi videos. Shout out to... I'm gonna leave that to myself because he fine. Yeah. But anyways, I didn't know he was in Atlanta. But anyways, he was there. Good thing I wasn't there when he... Anyways, shout out to all y'all that have gone to OLG. Tamika and a couple of other people told me that the restaurant was great. The food is great. They love it. So congratulations, Kandi and Todd. You guys are getting rave reviews about the restaurant. And I think back to a part in this particular episode last night where Peter was saying, y'all are right down the street from the Dome, which is going to be finished this year. Is it this year it's going to be finished? They're working on the Dome. I mean, they're surrounded not only by the Dome, but it's just a busy area, period. They're not that far from the main MARTA station, from there's like this area in downtown where everybody congregate anyways. Fuck it. They don't even need all of that. They're already slam packed. It takes 2 to 3 hours for people to get into Old Lady Gang. Now, I don't know. I'm sure that this is how it's going to be in the beginning, and maybe it might die down, but the average person, you can't expect to go there and just be able to sit down. Now, I don't know if they're doing reservations or whatever, but people have been literally waiting 2 hours to get in this restaurant. But, of course, we have to see what happened in the past leading up to the present. And you know, Todd is very confident in the fact that everything is going to be done. Kandi is walking with him like, okay, so where the pictures are going to go? They look up at the wall, the pictures are going to go here. Then, you know, they have discussions about Nora, Bertha, and Joyce, you know, who's going to be the Beyonce. You can't have one person outshine the other. The pictures have to be equal, so forth and so on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Then they get downstairs and outside where there's like orange chairs wrapped up in clear plastic, and she's like, why are these orange chairs here? And Todd is like, what do you mean? Orange chairs, they look cool, but yellow and orange, and I'm on the same ballpark with her. I'm like wavelength with her. I'm like, yeah, yellow, orange, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I don't really care too much for those, like the seating arrangement that they have. When they were in the event room, I was all here for it. But that seating arrangement, I don't know. But then again, it is Atlanta, so it's kind of like you can't be. Let me not do that. Oh my God, what is? Oh, should I can't talk about. No, but it's real bad. Like I went to the I went to the daiquiri factory, right? And so, side note, I live in Atlanta now, so it's kind of weird when you live here and you possibly are gonna, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. I'm a client, I spent money there. Daiquiri factory, if you haven't been to the daiquiri factory, it's like one of those spots where it hits point blank period. Like if you want to go to a highlight spot in Atlanta, you go to the daiquiri factory. You can get there all day long. It'd be people there. It'd be all sorts of types of people go there. Ugly, cute, fat, skinny, Puerto Rican, Asian, don't really matter. Well, it's not too many Asians or Puerto Ricans out here in Atlanta, but y'all know what I'm saying. This is the first time I've been in a city where everybody is black. This is crazy to me. Like you can't, like you if you see a white person, you be like, oh, I see white people. It's so freaking weird to me. I haven't gotten used to it. I'm going into my 4th week. I'm not used to it. I'm just not used to it. But whatever. But the daiquiri factory, the only reason why I brought it up is because the way that people treat the daiquiri factory. Now I don't know, and this is up for discussion because I don't know how y'all feel. A lot of y'all probably already live here and y'all know what I'm probably gonna say. Knowing me, kind of, sorta. People think that I'm bougie. Yeah, I don't know. But like I said before about the Atlantic clubs, like if I'm coming into a situation where I'm spending my money, I don't want you to have to wipe down the tables when I get to the tables. I want the tables to already be clean. I want the floor underneath the tables to be clean. I want the floor around the tables to be clean, and daiquiri factory is not there. It's not. So when I go to a place like this, I refuse. I'm not eating from there. I'm not eating from there. I went there 2 weeks ago, and it was just it was a mess. It was nasty. It was a mess. Everybody had the greasy, juicy fingers because it was like a crab leg fest or a crab leg something they were doing, and crab leg juice was all over the place, and crab bits were all over the place, and people was nasty. It was nasty in there, straight nasty, but it was packed, and they had their business. So I mentioned that to say this: the way that I saw old lady gang, it looks great. It looks bougie. Great. Bougie good. Bougie clean. Bougie nice. But the chairs, not too much. And I'm thinking to myself, you really shouldn't have to go all out for the chairs, because if they fucking up shit like the daiquiri, it's fucked up. The daiquiri factory is a mess. Like clean wise and like aesthetically, it's just not there. So why spend a lot of money on chairs if it's not? That's why I mentioned all that shit. I said all that shit to say that people, they don't take care of their shit here in Atlanta. At least not in the places that I've been. It's not well kept. But then again, I went to the grill, and the grill was whoo. The grill was swank and well put together and clean. They didn't have to wipe down the stuff, and the food, and the grill was off the chain. So I guess it's just up to the management how they want to treat their places. Because if you tell me that your place is fancy, then I'll treat it like it's fancy. If you tell me that I'm eating at Walmart, then there's gonna be shit all over the place. Like Forever 21, there's shit all over the place all the time. Like you can't get it. Forever 21, you can't go from one aisle to the next aisle without having to step on over something. Like it's a mess. Anyways, old lady gang is beautiful, and Todd is so for sure secure that he's gonna have everything done and in the bag. And he's like, babe, don't worry about the chairs. I got this. Don't worry about the chairs. She's like, well, if I do something that you don't like or whatever and tell you to hold up, you have a whole attitude. He's a man. Like, he's a man. Period. The shade between Sheree and Kenya is so hilarious because we all know that they've been battling with this house wars, but Kenya had her house finished like 13 episodes ago, and Sheree is still just getting her house finished and put together. And quite frankly, I don't even think that's the case, because she has a lot of legal things going on with the contractors and the construction crew and all of that. She's in debt. She's financially screwed up with this house, according to reports and blogs or whatever have you. And she reportedly owes way over some of the along the lines $20 to $35,000 in debt to construction and all of that stuff. And apparently it's like they're suggesting that she gives up the house to pay everything off. And I'm thinking to myself, that has to suck. And it's like, apparently they can't go after her because the house is not in her name. I don't know how true all of this is, but damn, I hope it's not true, and I hope she gets it together, and I hope her and the kids are able to live in that house. But when Kenya rose up to the gate and she's like, hello, can you just open the gate? Oh wait, the gate don't work. I was like, ooh. Kenya is messy. And for them to be cool because they mutually have this, you know, bad, crazy situation dealing with their men or whatever the case may be. That's how they found a common interest, and you know, they have similar things in common with each other, and they reconnected and became cordial and cool. Now Kenya's just popping up because, you know, they're both making the neighborhood better, whatever. Sheree's like, oh yeah, you know, I got this housewarming in a couple days. Kenya's like, housewarming in a couple days? Child, look at all this work you got going on here. Look at all these trucks and cars on the road. Like, what you mean? Like, in a couple days? She's like, okay, maybe a week or so. I'm like, child, Sheree. I want to go to Sheree houses of Chateau Sheree. Sheree Chateau. I want to go to that thing. I want to go. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see what is in the inside. I want to see if she still has the keys. Does she still have the keys? That's what I'm asking. I want to know. Does she still have the keys? And you know what's so crazy, y'all? Since I've been here in Atlanta, I've met so many people that know these chicks, and like really, really, let me not say. And I'm not just talking about you, because I know you're watching this review, but I've met other people that know these females, and I'll just say this: TV is not what it really is. I'll say that without saying too much, but I know a lot. I know a lot of a lot, and I don't know. I be wanting to tell you. I be wanting to tell y'all some shit, but you know, I'm just not. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Let's just say I said it already. TV is not what it is all of the time, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Kenya says she also tells Sheree that she's done with Matt, that she still has love for him and still sees him as the marrying type, but she just doesn't want to deal with that anymore. Then she goes on and says that, you know, although the sex was great, she's also had better. And I'm like, oh, okay. She really had to throw that shade on a brother like that and just blast him like that? Like, really? That was unnecessary. Matt seemed like his sex game is on point, though. I don't know. Them crazy motherfuckers be having some good sexual stuff happening. Sure. So you know how the editors always split things up when we're dealing with one particular storyline, and both parties are part of that one particular storyline. So, i.e., we meet up with Todd, who's getting Peter, who's gonna receive a surprising whatever kind of call, just so happened kind of call from Apollo. But then the editors are showing us Phaedra dealing with Jordan and Aiden, who look mighty huge and mighty big, and they're beautiful boys. Congrats, Phaedra. With her lovely parents who are willing and able to help her and assist her with the kids. Beautiful situation. Congrats, Phaedra. Beautiful family. And so we get the two lines separated. At the end of the day, the most interesting part out of all of this was that Apollo was playing when he said, oh, that sorry ass Peter, which leads me to believe that Peter and Apollo don't really talk that much. Not as often as Apollo and Todd does, because Apollo in his tone and what he says really reaches out to Todd and feels like Todd is a brother from another mother. And so, you know, Peter goes on and talks about how he wants Todd to meet his new girl, Shireen. And it's spelled weird. It's Sherian. That sounds like Shirian to me. Shirian. But they say Shireen. I don't know. Maybe I heard it wrong. Maybe I'm the screwed up one. But like I said, the interesting part out of this whole debacle of an edit situation is that Apollo is not divorced. And so says him, he's still dealing with litigation and all this extra stuff. But none of that matters because he has Sharan, whatever her name is. He has her and has had her for quite some time and has known her for quite some time, at least more than 2 years. But they're engaged, which will definitely leave the storyline going. And I wonder if Sharan is going to get a peach. I wonder, because technically she would be more of a housewife than Phaedra. At that point, if they're engaged to get married, I don't know. That's crazy. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? But at the end of the day, this whole situation is screwed up because, you know, Apollo is like Peter in terms of being an unofficial housewife because they both have their messy tendencies or their housewife tendencies when they get caught up in the mess. Todd has been straight-laced, real man out of this the whole time he's been on here. Real straight-laced, real man. Peter has dipped himself into the lady pond, and so has Apollo, you know, beating up people and cussing out shit and breaking shit and shit again. And so, you know, this whole, well, I want you to meet my girl and she might come up and support you. I wish I could be there. Congratulations on the restaurant and all this extra shit, isn't it? And I'm like, okay, here come the drama. Here comes the drama. Apollo also tells the guys that he had to upgrade. And to be honest, I don't think Sharan is really much of an upgrade from Phaedra. Phaedra is well stacked. And Phaedra is a beautiful female. And this is coming from a gay male. Trust and believe. Sharan, I mean, I don't know. Maybe from a straight perspective, like a straight mindset, I mean, her body looks stacked. I don't know. They evenly yoked to me, honestly. I mean, so it's not that much of an upgrade. You just got another chick. Right. So we get another edit montage of 2 storylines in 2 separate situations, locations. We got Cynthia talking to Noelle and she receives a call from Kenya. And then we have Peter with his driver going off to see the old house. Let's talk about Peter going to see this old house for a second. It kind of looks like Peter was like, about to like tear down and break down, and you know, all that blackness was about to crumble and melt for a little bit because he was like, wow, this is not my house anymore, and I thought it was gonna be forever, but forever lasted for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh, Peter, oh. But then at the same time, I honestly feel that these signs were there. I mean, you see the ex, right? Leroy, whatever his name is. You see what happened to them. So it's like, what made you think No, because I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but what made you think that she was going to change for you? Like, look at Leon, or Leroy, whatever his name is, and then look at Peter. Both black as hell, but at the same time, you know? I just didn't know what made you think that this female was gonna buckle down and get all wrapped up and become somebody's wife. I don't know. I'm sure those signs were there, but maybe he thought that he could change her or whatever the case may be. But we clearly saw that you can't change Cynthia. Cynthia is as independent as they come, especially with her work. Now, I love this Cynthia. Now, I remember when Cynthia was such a peon to Nene Leakes, and Nene Leakes was just dragging her all throughout the mud. And, you know, Cynthia was like, instead of, you know how when a man is supposed to lay his jacket down, apparently, supposed to lay his damn jacket down in the water for the female to walk on the water. To me, back in the day when Cynthia first came on, Cynthia was the jacket for Nene to walk on. And it's just me. I mean, this is just the way that it is. Now, no one can get away with walking on or even thinking that they can walk on Cynthia. And I love this new Cynthia. Cynthia at 50 is gorgeous, beautiful, breathtaking, got the cargo line, got the Cynthia Bailey, bought a lake house for $1.2 million, put $900,000 on it or some shit. I don't really know her financial situation, but beautiful. She ain't got to worry about no house being built. She just bought a motherfucker and said, this is what it is. I own this. Me and my child live here. Beautiful, gorgeous daughter Noelle. She got it down locked. She seems like the perfect female that any dude would want to be with. Not married to, but be with. Because she's just absolutely just on top of all her shit. And that's just beautiful. Beautiful. I hope I look that good when I'm 50. God damn beautiful girl. And so I'm happy for her. But you know, she's talking to Noelle and she's like, you know, the marriage is final. And, you know, Noelle's like, how do you feel? And she's like, girl, I feel great. She flings her hair in the air and she's like, this shit, I'm glad this fucking damn thing is over because I didn't want it to begin with. One life to live. I lived 50 years for other people. I'm going to live 50 years for myself. And I'm like, it's about dang it time, woman. Because that's what you need to do. You need to live your life for you. You can't make your life for somebody else just because of a relationship tie or whatever. Like somebody's your brother, somebody your sister, somebody's your wife, somebody's your husband, a girlfriend, boyfriend. You're living for other people. You have to live for yourself first before you consider living for somebody else, because at the end of the day, you will never be happy. You will never be satisfied. You will always be miserable. There is not one person on this earth that I know of that is living for someone else and they are completely, utterly happy. Not one. And I know quite a few individuals. So I'm just overjoyed at the fact that Cynthia is able to say these things at her age. Beautiful. Kenya calls Cynthia and Cynthia's like, girl, I just have to tell you, you are a good girl. I could have never got through this without you, and I just really appreciate you, and no matter what Phaedra says, you are a good friend. I'm like, okay, all right, we get that point. So we don't want another, when Nene come back, we don't want to hear nothing about how you're not cool with Kenya. Y'all are just all right. No, we don't want to hear none of that. None of that. None of that, Cynthia. We get another moment with Kandi and Todd, and Kandi not thinking that everything's going to be ready within 24 hours because there's still a lot going on, and it's just crazy and hectic. And Todd is like, I've been working. And it kind of feels like, I don't know about y'all, but it kind of feels like to me that Todd is making sure that these cameras record the fact that he's been completely invested in this whole situation. I don't know what their prenuptial agreement states, but he is making sure that you know he is the sole responsible person for this whole thing. So when this shit gets big and for whatever reason y'all get a divorce, it's on recorded camera that he's been completely invested in this shit. And like I said, I don't know what their prenuptial agreements are, but I kind of felt like that's what it was. Then again, it could have been because people think that Todd doesn't amount to anything or can't amount to anything because of his relationship with Kandi, that he might want to really put out there that he did this all on his own and that it is what it is, and he has the ability to make shit work without Kandi. So that could have been what it was as well. But I don't know, because I don't really know Todd like that, but I got those two readings. I don't know what y'all read, but I was reading two things at the same time. But I was like, okay, whatever. Then we get with Sheree and Cairo and the daughter. Now, the daughter never gets a name credit. If she does, I never see it. Maybe I just see Cairo. But the daughter is gorgeous, too. The daughter is beautiful. Sheree has some beautiful damn kids, boy. Yes, she does. And I don't know who banging out the daughter, and I don't know who riding Cairo, but these kids are freaking phenomenally gorgeous. And once again, we get this whole situation about Chateau Sheree and the fact that it's not done and it's about to be done, and they packing boxes. Blue you keep, orange you keep. They put blue on the dog. The dog is humping a teddy bear. I'm like, okay, can y'all just get in the damn house already? And you know, Cairo looks at his mother and he's like, Ma, I just want to say I'm proud of you. I'm like, oh. Where they living at now, though? That's what I want to know. Where are they living now? Are they in Chateau Sheree now? Sure. I thought it was kind of funny how Chef Jay told everybody, like, look, the food is the least of your worries with this whole situation. And Todd caught a case like, ooh, that shade. I was like, Todd, boo-boo, this whole restaurant been a lot. It's been crazy. But at the end of the day, go ahead, Chef Jay. You better tell it. I heard your food is bomb. We get to the opening, the grand opening of this thing, and it just looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely stunning. The pictures are up. Everybody's in there. I think they have air conditioning because nobody's complaining about the air conditioning. Finally. And I'm excited. Kandi comes in. She looks gorgeous. She's excited. She's ready to go. And it's just it's a beautiful situation, like I said before, when people are able to come together and their dreams flourish and happen. Bertha comes through, she loves it. Nora comes through, she loves it. She's completely all over the place, stunting in her Bailey's sunglasses. And you know, everybody waits for Mama Joyce. She comes like 18 hours later, and she's like, oh, okay. She had to make some grand entrance, had to get her makeup did, everything for the grand finale. And of course, her sister's calling her the Beyonce of the group because she comes in not wearing black, white on black. And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, she's pretty. You know, but everybody is thoroughly entertained and thoroughly enjoying themselves. Wow, I can't talk. I don't know. And then here comes Shireen and Shireen, whatever. Here she comes in some tight ass clothing, looking like she can't breathe. And you know, for me, I'm like, I'm like, okay. I can see Apollo hitting it. I can see it. I can see it all day long. I'd actually like to watch. I'm a voyeur. If you hadn't gathered that, I'm a voyeur. And some people told me, ooh. So, I'll be putting all my business out there. Okay, let me not put all my business out there. But anyway, Shireen comes in and she's like, hey, what's up? Todd's like, okay, who are you? And she's like, I'm Shireen, Apollo's fiance. I didn't really think that you were gonna come, so he says in his mind, he treats her with respect or whatever. It's like, Apollo can be here. I just wanted to come here and show support because Apollo's really happy for you and so forth and so on. And I'm like, girl, you want that check. Girl, you've been trying to figure out how you're gonna get on this show, girl. Really. You've been trying to get it. Trying to get it. And at the end of the day, are you trying to get that check for Apollo while he's locked up? I'm just saying, because I'm just saying, But all the while, this whole scenario seems really confused and messy to me. And I'm so glad that Kandi felt some underlying tension with this whole thing and thought it was a huge setup. But wasn't it funny how Mama Joyce was waiting at the door and they closed the door on her and Mama Joyce really wanted to come in there, but they just closed the door on her? That was hilarious. But, Kandi's face is twisted all the way up because although her and Phaedra aren't as cool as we once thought that they were, she's still feeling like this is all fucked up. This is just a messy situation. And I'm like, Kandi, you right, because it is. This is entirely a messed up situation. Regardless of everything that y'all had going on, it's going to make it seem like the girl, you want the girl to come here, you invited her, and y'all under some, conspiracy thing. So I was all here for her. And that actually, at this moment, that shut everybody down with the Kandi haters because apparently, if you speak on your behalf, if you're very confident, if you boast about your shiz naive, like you should IE, then the people IE will hate you IE. And I'm like, okay, Kandi hasn't done anything to receive hate, but apparently y'all hate her now. So I'm glad that they showed her kind of being like an anti-cast member in this whole little entourage show that they had going on. Kenya trying to get close to Shireen was even messier. But whatever, we gonna sip this tea together. So Shireen says that she's been knowing Apollo for some time. Kandi tries to get a little information and she's like, were y'all together before he went to jail or after he went to jail? She's like, well, I've been knowing him for a long time. She said that Apollo been in jail for 2 years and Phaedra only went to see him twice. I said, okay, well, in Phaedra's defense, if the girlfriend is present, why am I going to jail? Why am I keeping this marriage together if you already have a fiance? And Phaedra knows this already. She's mentioned it already. Oh, he has a girlfriend. Mentioned this already. So at the end of the day, I don't understand why we're going back and forth like this is a huge ordeal. This is such a problem. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. But then what really is perplexing to me is that Apollo calls, it's coincidentally, while Shireen is there. And, Todd's like, Kandi's making all these faces. So Todd goes in and says, I feel like this is really messed up. I didn't know she was coming here. This is dramatic. I don't want to be caught in no drama, this and that and the third. And Apollo says flat out, I'll go about your relationship with Phaedra. And I'm just like, oh, wow. Jeez. Okay. He's like, at the end of the day, I just wish I was there to support. Shireen is there on my behalf to support. That's it. We're done. And we just about to get this divorce wrapped up. And everybody's like, wait, hold up. I thought the divorce was wrapped up. And Apollo's like, no, the divorce is not wrapped up. And then for some reason, Kenya gets on the phone and she's like, well, I'm confused because she said that divorce is wrapped up. Kenya, it's none of y'all. It's nobody in this room's business. It really isn't. It really isn't. But that's Apollo being Peter. Period. I don't think Todd would have even conducted Todd. I've never seen Todd conduct himself in a situation like that in that man. No, I just never seen it. Not like that. But Apollo's making sure that he making sure that he clears his name. Not really caring at all about Phaedra. And I'm just like, I mean, well, if that's what he want to do, it seems like that's what he want to do though. It seemed like it. But that, I mean, it's just crazy to me. And, you know, Shireen's just like, yeah, when I'm going to get that check, though? Because Shireen don't look like some girl that's just doing this just because she want to do it for kicks and giggles. She want to get that check. And like I stated before in the last video, in certain states, you're obligated to receive some kind of financial blessing if you appear and put your life out there on TV. So, and a lot of the times you guys don't know, but when when people are asked to be on talk shows, you get a check. Now, like I said, places, companies, states are different. But whenever you put yourself out there on TV, not unless it's for the news or, you know, news related or journalism, you're supposed to receive some kind of financial blessing. So Shireen coming up on that episode should have been free if she knows her shit. But then again, the state of Georgia could be different. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not putting my life out there for free. I'm not doing that. Just think, even the reality shows like MTV, Bad Girls Club, they receive some kind of financial blessing for putting their shit out there. Mind you, the Bad Girls Club receive only $500 every week. That's nothing. That's nothing. But anyways, I don't want to get all into the business aspect of all this stuff. At the end of the day, this episode was good. And I can't wait to see this reunion. That's what I really can't wait to see. But the next episode, we finally get to the opening, the grand soiree of Chateau Charest. Right. And then that's when Kim makes her grand entrance. I want Kim to come back. I want Nene, Kim. I want every female that's on there right now to stay. And I want Nene and Kim to come back. That season is going to be very interesting. We don't need any new blood. We don't need any new chicks. When is Real Housewives? When are Real Women of Atlanta and a Housewife going to go off? Because we're on season 9. Season 10 is coming up, and we only have one housewife. Now, if they put Nene and Kim back on, we'll have 3 housewives. I'm waiting. And I kind of give Phaedra and Cynthia a pass because they just got divorced. But I'm waiting. I am so waiting for us to get some more housewives on Atlanta Housewives. I was from Anchor Nation TV, the network. Let me know what you thought about this particular episode. I'm dying to hear your commentary. I read it all. So, yeah. Leave your comments below this video, and definitely, and also, Mona is going to be reviewing Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because a lot of individuals want Mona to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, so that will be happening. Look out for that. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Deuces.